Hello, hello, this is Arcades, and welcome to another Spotlight episode here on Stormworks Build and Rescue. And what I have behind me is a nice little VTOL. It's got some quirks, it's got some interesting features, it definitely has a very, very unique design. And yeah, some things I didn't expect, both good and bad. It's mostly good. It is mostly good. Don't get me wrong, it's mostly good. I would definitely categorize this as a non-personal transport, and yeah. So you can, if you need to transport people from A to B, it works well. Maybe some minor rescue stuff, but it'll definitely get in. It's very nice, spawns in small areas, and yeah. So, without further ado, hope you enjoy what you watch. Hope you like what you see. If you do, remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think. Helps the channel out immensely. And, yeah. Let's get into this. Okay, so what this is the P-66 VTOL by Mr.G. So, yeah, it's, like I said, it's a definitely an interesting aircraft. It has some really cool, nice features to it. I mean, you have these opening side doors. There's a lot of XML edited parts on this thing, so be prepared for that. Because, I mean, you have even these screens on the side, which I thought was... I wasn't sure why he had them, but then I think they're either a throttle indicator or RPS indicator. One of the two. But something you can, so you can monitor the status of your engines from the outside. It was actually pretty cool. I like that addition. Tilt sensor. Yeah, like I said, this thing has, yeah, a lot of XML parts on it. Like, taking it to Workbench, there were definitely some oddities to see. But, overall, though, it's a nice little vehicle. I guess, a quick demonstration. I like the rear the inverted V design back here, but I think it would have been better in more of an upward position instead of downwards. Because, I mean, there's a reason why you don't see planes with them down, but if you're doing VTOL landings, I guess it doesn't really matter much. Yeah. Here's the cockpit, and the starting sequence is actually pretty easy. It starts on full throttle. It does there, and basically it starts out like this, in this state. You just come up here to the master power and avionics, turn that all on, flip all those switches, hit the starters, and then you can hit your lights at any time, and away you go. Now, here's my problem with this. This is one of my few problems. I can't see squat. Now, I know this is due to, you know, my character having a female model, because my sight line's not down, but I can't see squat. Yeah. So, be warned if you actually prefer a female model, like, yeah, no, it's going to affect your sight line. Let's go ahead and kill those for a second. Check out some of the other features. As you can see, we've got seating back here for 4, plus the co-pilot seat, so that's 5 extra, plus you. We got some health items for minor healing, some rope, probably for emergency access or stuff. You got the fuel port here, electrical ports there. And yeah, it's pretty much like I said, it is a transport vehicle. Go away. Anyways, so. Now, my only other issue is it's hard to find the buttons for the doors. I kind of wish they painted these with a different color so it makes them stand out more. I mean, they kind of are, but it still blends in. So it's hard to find the button. So you can click on the back side. I know, like, this looks better visually, but I think practically the two-sided toggle would have been better for that. At least for the side doors. I think they could have still left this here. And if anything, probably move that back to that side. But, you know, those are minor nitpicks aesthetically. So I'm not going to consider it anything bad by any means. Okay, now, like I said, for starting it, you just flip all the switches. And then you just hit start engines. Give it a second to warm up. And we're going to get out of here because of those guys being obnoxious. Alrighty, and yeah, you got your typical helicopter controls. Up, down for collective. Left to right for yaw. WS for pitch. Turn the position hold off. Maybe that helps. Back. Alright, and then you got your A and D for roll. Now on the seat, this is up and down is for throttle, but that's more for flight mode. You got space for toe brakes. One will give you... They're jerks. I swear. They're just jerks. I think we're having a military air show here. Anyways, so... One will give you the position hold and the aircraft gyro. Turn it on, off. 2 is your switch to the vertical and horizontal mode, but you definitely want some... you definitely want some height, because this thing has... It feels sluggish to get up to speed. So we're going to switch over. I like the wing folding. That is actually a pretty nice touch. And while it didn't do it too bad here, it seems it takes a little bit to get it back up to speed. But once it does, you're good and solid. Yeah, so, like I said, it's pretty solid. The fuel consumption seems to be not that bad. Doesn't spend a lot of fuel, considering it just uses some 1x1s. Alright, I'm going to turn us back towards the multiplayer island. Now, one of the things is, it seems to lose a lot of speed when you try to do multiple inputs at once. So if you try to yaw and bank, or, you know, bank and pitch, you know, at the same time, it starts losing speed quick. And if you try to do all 3 at the same time, pitch, bank, and yaw, it will kind of go... Things will get awkward. Now, the thing is if you saw my skit, I was trying to come in on the airport, and may or may not... I did try to attempt an aircraft landing, and it is, not a VTOL landing, and the thing's more than capable of doing it. It just takes practice. Okay, as I was saying, it definitely takes some practice to get a normal runway landing, but it is possible. And quite easy. It seems also the aircraft gyro is a little fight you on the downward pitch. So I would also suggest turning it off if you ever want to nose down quickly for something. Seriously, dude? Because once you turn that gyro back on, it, like, rocks it back upwards. Now, if you change, like, mid-flight, it definitely, grinds to a halt quickly. Jammed a rudder. Oh, shit. Ah! Okay. So that good thing I was pretty much finishing up here anyways. So yeah, so overall it's not a bad little vehicle. It has, be careful of some of the control quirks, because it seems like they restrict the power a bit, but outside of that, yeah, it's easily something. And don't expect to run away from those jets. Jerk! Alright, and we have made contact. So, yeah, this is the P-66 VTOL by Mr.G, and overall, it's a nice vehicle, gets the job done, non-personal transport, you can get up to a few people in here, and just don't expect to be outrunning jets. Takes a little bit of practice, a little bit of finesse, but overall, pretty reliable vehicle. So, give it a try, go check it out. So, hope you had a good time, hope you enjoyed what you watched. You know the deal. You know the spiel. This is Arcades, signing out. You guys can fluff off. Whee! You playing Top Gun back there? Okay, anyways. What is your... Trying to make a video and the freaking enemy AI wants to harass me. Now, the thing is if you saw my skit, I was trying to come in on the airport and may or may not... I did try to attempt an aircraft landing, and it is, not a VTOL landing, and the thing's more than capable of doing it. It just takes practice. Do you mind? Fluff off!